you are doing a copy. In case if you are copying from one window to other window, it won't come. Okay. In case in the same window, if you are opening a multiple project, then you can copy. Sometimes this paste to align level, it will be faded. You cannot select. That time what you have to do, vertically if you want to copy, take a section. Take a section. And then from here you copy, select. See, it is not that once you open the view, you have to select here only. See, you can select anywhere. You can select entire floor in the 3D and then come here with the scroll button, the middle button. You click here to activate the view. And then here you can press copy. And here it is constraint. Constraint means only horizontal I can do. To make it vertical, I can copy from here to here. Okay. Give one join. That's all. So if you don't find one way, you will be having other way to do it. So we have modeled till here. Okay. Staircase, I think staircase. Any doubts in staircase? Adjustments. So if you want to adjust this staircase, let's say this is here. So staircase is being controlled by the edit type parameter. Okay, riser height, tread depth, run width, these rules. Okay, here you can see run type. If you select here, here we are having structural depth. So these things are holding a rule of this staircase. Okay, if you want to make a new rule, then you have to duplicate and save this in a different name and then make the change. In case if you're keeping in the same name and you're changing the other staircase, what will happen? So wherever this run type 150 mm depth, wherever it is used, it will change there also. So it is always recommended to duplicate and make your changes. Okay, so very important things I have in mind to teach today. Okay, so to adjust, select, edit staircase. Here what you can do. In this staircase, if you want to make a rounded boundary here, if you want to make a boundary differently, then you can go to edit sketch. So what you have to do first, convert. If you convert, here it is saying converting an automatic landing or a run component to a custom sketch based component is irreversible. Once you do it, then you can't reverse it. That's okay. I'm giving okay. Now this one got converted to a sketch. Now you can see edit sketch. So now what I can do, I can remove this line and you can put an arc. Finish. So that is why I always say, first when you make a staircase, make it in component. And then you can edit with the sketch. Okay. So many things you have to understand to modify a staircase. So from here, if you are doing it in sketch, so this is a straight line only, but you should not draw as a straight line. So from here to here, it should be single line. And from here to here, you should draw as another line. Okay, for example, if I take architecture style, let me say, okay, style by sketch. So I'm drawing a staircase here. Okay. And so here I have just drawn the sketch. So here you can see from here to here, it's a separate line. Here it is separate line. Here it is separate line. You can see. So all these lines are important to define the landing boundary, the riser boundary. Okay, here we don't have anything like separate turning. Okay, if you say okay, so we are getting a staircase. Okay, but still So in case if you want to make this staircase without landing, okay, in case if you want to make it without landing, what should you do? You should keep at least 1 mm distance and then move all the components. Okay, if you don't keep this 1 mm, what will happen? So this line will not be there, right? So having this line is very important. Even though it is 1 mm, we need that line and finish. So when you are dimensioning, you can say rounded. That 1 mm you can ignore. Understood? You should understand. Okay. And so whenever you are having doubt, and you can ask me, okay, I'm getting this kind of doubt, this kind of error, you can ask. Mostly this is the rule. Okay, so every line should define landing as separate and run as separate, the waste slab as separate. So here you can see this is in blue color, this is in black color. Center it is, sorry, this is green, black and blue. You are seeing the color difference, right? In case if I delete this line and I want to redraw, I should redraw with the boundary. Okay, so because boundary if I draw, it is coming in blue. Okay, so this is a boundary, so we should draw with the boundary. In case if I delete this riser, what should I do? You should take a riser and then you should start drawing. Riser for a riser. Okay, if you give finish, it is getting finished. So I'm going to show you one. So I'm going to delete this riser and I don't want this step. I want to finish. I'm getting an error, actual number of riser, and there is some error. And if you go in 3D, here you can see there is some mistake, right? So this is supposed to have the support here, but it's not a model, right? It's not a model. Why? Because the rule is not satisfied. In case if it is a monolithic style, you can see how this is done. Monolithic style, we don't have any support. That is why so that doesn't have any problem and it is creating. So in case if you find any problem, then what you should check? You should check. Okay, you should check your boundary, element property, and how you're drawn. You should check. Yes, yes, come. Okay, like this. Sometimes what will happen? We want to draw some y staircase. Correct. In case if you want to draw a y staircase, you can do with this staircase also. Let's delete. Architecture staircase. So I'm starting my staircase from here, and let's say from here it is coming like this way. Why staircase? You can't do it in single run. Then what should you do? From here you should start another staircase to get the another element. If you split here, let's just try. Okay, so I'm going to, let's say I'm going to convert. Okay, now it is a sketch. Edit. In case if I say all these things should mirror, let this get mirrored here. But this is why. I can't finish now. Why? Because I should make the changes here also. So these kind of issues will come. So you draw as a separate element. No problem if you draw as a separate element. In case if you do it with the architecture, let's finish. Architecture, staircase, run by sketch. Okay, so here if I draw like this way, and I want to draw in a separator run here. You can see the run is not available. Boundary and riser is available. So if I take boundary, I'm just trying. Okay, let's copy everything and mirror. Okay. Just let's do this one here. If we say finish, stair or ramp require no more than 2 boundary. Okay, no more than 2 boundary. Where is it no more than 2 boundary? If I finish, if I say continue, expand, select. Usually the staircase will show which line we need to edit. If you select the error here, it will show, but here it is not showing. And what it is saying, stair or ramp require no more than 2 boundary. Continue. So here you can see this is 2 and this is 1, and here it is 2. Somehow it's not working. That's it. Okay. In case if I delete and if I say okay, it is not satisfying the rule. So leave it, no problem. So this part you have to do it as a separate one. This part you have to do as a separate one. In case if I mirror, okay, edit staircase. This one I can delete. This one I can delete. Finish. View 3D view. This is how it will come. So there is a small change here. What is happening? So the boundary has some turning. Here it is considering like 1 tread distance. These kind of rules are there in Revit. If you don't want, you can remove this tread also. This landing I don't want. Say okay. Here you can see show related warning. There is no landing. That's a warning. So in staircase, whatever is possible, you do it. If you think it's not possible, make it in generic model. What is generic model? Architecture, staircase, not staircase, component model in place, and model with the staircase category, and you can model with these tools. What matters? The category matters. Okay. So here in our staircase, what is the constraint? I have to move my landing to this side. So you have to move, otherwise you have to make it in place modeling. Don't worry if you can't do one column in some other shape. Okay, so you can always do with in place modeling. Understood? Okay, today I just want to explain you about 3D model family and 2D model family. 3D model family and 2D model. Let's say I am trying to make one foundation type, and the foundation is circular and that has some depth. How can I make my own family? Okay, if I go to create new family, so you can take any type, any template, no problem. But there are some predefined settings are there in this template. That's why we are taking the suitable one. Let's say foundation, structural foundation. Okay, it's a template, and you can say open. In case if you have opened a different template, then what should you do here? So here it will show family category and parameter. Here you should define your category of your family, and here you can set your work plane based these constants you can give. So you should understand what is work plane based and what is always vertical. If I give cut with void, what will happen to this family? Material for model behavior, what is cap? Okay, so these things you have to understand. In a family, what do we have? We have two line. Okay, so these line, if you select them in the property bar, you can see that is reference center defines origin checked. That means what? In this family, the intersection is 0, 0. And when you are placing, that will hold that place. Let's do some modeling. Okay, go to create. You can see these tools. We don't have any other modeling technique in Revit. Extrusion, bend, revolve, sweep, swept blend. That's all. So these kind of tools cannot model one spiral ring. Spiral ring we cannot model with a Revit. That's a drawback because in AutoCAD it's available. In Revit it's not available. And in case if you want to model one car, then you have to model with a sheet, right, with a surfacing tool. So that is not available in Revit. Surface modeling is not available in Revit. So what we have here, it is only 5 tools to make my model. So I'm going to take my first one. It's very simple, extrusion, and I'm going to draw. So here you can select the draw tool, and here you should check always this ribbon, depth, offset. Let's say this is my boundary, and here you can see extrusion end, extrusion start, graphics visible, graphics override, material subcategory, solid or void. I'm going to finish. What it means if it is solid or void? Solid means it's a geometry, void means it's a cap. So if you have solid and void, then you can cut the solid with void. Okay. So here I have a rectangle. What should I be doing? I'm supposed to draw one circular. Okay, but I'm just going to show you a small rule here. In case if I want these two lines to follow the center, then what I can do? I should keep a dimension. Okay, and I should press equal. Here, if I take, and if I say equal, and here you can see, if I move this line equally, the both side it is moving. Okay, it's a constraint. And I want to define depth and length. So what should I do? Here I can take one dimension and I can assign one label parameter. So here the parameter is already there. If it is already available, you can use. Otherwise, you can create your own. How to create your own? Here, if you select family parameter or shared parameter based on your requirement, family parameter means cannot appear in schedule. That means no use. So if we are creating a schedule, we need to quantify our foundation, right? So it is better to make in shared parameter. Shared parameter is not difficult. You need to have one text file, that's it. I'm going to create a parameter. So in case if you don't get these things, what should you do? You should be selecting your own. So I'm going to make a shared parameter, select, edit. So for me, the text file is already available. If you want to create your own text file, create, save it wherever it is comfortable. Okay, parameter file, let's say parameter file 1. I'm going to save. Now I have my text file. You can see here parameter file 1. It's my text file. It's not that difficult. Okay, so you have to create your file in a group. Okay, parameter in a group. So let's say folder 1, or say length, or say structural parameter. Okay, it's my group, just a folder, and I'm going to create a parameter saying length 1. That's my parameter, and it is common length. Okay, I'm going to say okay, okay, okay. Length 1 common, group under dimensions, type parameter, instant parameter, define, and say okay. This is my own parameter. Okay, I have just created, and I'm going to say one more, select and label or define this dimension as width, and say okay. So here, if you see, this is your family type. Okay, just keep it here. For now, the type name is not showing. That means what? It has no types, only default dimension it will have. So here, if you see length 1, and I'm going to change. If I apply, you can see the size is changing. Width, if I say 1500, it is changing. So how a parameter works, you should understand. Okay, it's a dimension, we are labeling it, and then the parameter works. Okay, I'm going to save file, save desktop, Jesurajan, families, family 1, test formation 1. Okay, here I have my foundation. Load into project and close. So here you can see, once you load, you can automatically place wherever you want. In case if you go to basement, again if you are selecting, so you are going to select foundation category. That means where you have to go, you should go to foundation, select the same tool, then only you will get that test foundation. You can select from the parameter properties. Okay, and then you can place. If you select, if you go to edit type, and here you can see the parameter what you have created, length 1, and here there is one more parameter. Okay, but if I change anything here, it will not affect my model because that is not assigned. It's just there, but it's not assigned. Okay, that's okay. In case if you want to remove this parameter, select here, go to edit family, the same file will open, go to browser, level 1, here family types. This length we have not used, so you can delete. But as it is a default parameter, I am unable to delete. So what I can do, I'm supposed to use this parameter, otherwise I cannot delete. So I cannot change anything here. What I have to do, length 1, I should make it to length. Delete length 1, make use of length. If you go here, the parameter got removed. Select and change it to length. Okay, and finish. Load into project and close. Overwrite. Understood? So if you select here now, go to property, edit type. Here you can see length width. Okay. I'm going to show you one 2D family. One 2D family. Okay. If I go to annotate, which family can I take? Let's say category. Tags are also tags are 2D category. Okay. If I say tag by category, and if I select select foundation, ST, structure foundation, course, annotation, structural foundation tag. It's a generic model tag. Okay. It's a generic model. Okay. So let's say here we are going to add a tag. It's a foundation. Insert load family. I'm going to add structural. If you go to annotation, all are 2D family. Select structure and structural foundation tag and open. Annotate, select tag by category, and I'm selecting. So what information I get here? So this information, this file is a 2D family. Okay, so you can see here edit family. So what I can do, I can create my own tag. So here, if you select, if you don't understand to create any family, so then what you can do, select the existing family and go to edit family and study that file. So here I'm coming and I can see 1T. I'm going to study this family. So if I select here, what is there in the properties? It is showing it's a label. Okay, it's a label. And I can see label edit. If I go here, I can see the parameter. What is there here? It's the actual assigned parameter. It is showing type name. Sample value is 1T. So now I know what the 2D tag reading. I'm going to file close. If you say file close, what will happen? The current project file is closing. It is not closing the entire application. So I can say that this is the type name. If I select here, you can see this is the type name 1800, 1200, 450 mm. And I don't want to read from the type name. I want to read from the mark. Okay, mark. So here let's leave it blank. Okay, I'm going to select. I'm going to edit family. I'm going to select the same label. I'm going to edit, and here I'm removing type name, and I'm going to select mark added. Okay, I'm going to say okay. Load into project. I have not saved that file because that's a default family, and I'm going to say overwrite. Here you can see there is a question mark because that value is blank. If I select here, you can see mark is empty. It's a blank. Okay, so here whatever I type, for example, F1, apply. Here you can see it's reading F1. So this is how you have to understand what these files are reading. 2D family. If you want to create one foundation tag, what you can do? You can edit the existing family and you can save it as a separate file. Otherwise, go to File, New, Family. These are templates, right? I need a 2D template annotation. And then these are annotation. I should find structural foundation template. I have title block, generic model. So I should take tag family templates, library, family templates, English annotation. I have tags, but I have this much only. Metric multi-category tag. I should select one tag. Okay, let's select multi-category tag. Can I find the right tag? Right tag. Select annotation. Metric generic annotation. Let's open. So change the family category and set appropriate annotation type. Insertion point is set insertion of reference plane. Delete this note before using. Delete it. So I have this file. I can define the category. So from generic annotation, I can change it to foundation tag, structural foundation tag. I should change. So I changed it. Rotate with component. For now, you keep it empty, unchecked, and say OK. I'm going to, what I can do here, I have to add a label, right? 2D means add a label. If you want to draw one box for that label, then you can draw a box. If you want to draw a circle, you can draw a circle. For me, I'm drawing a circle for now. Okay. So circle is 5 mm radius. I can make this as a parameter also. Okay. I can select this dimension as a parameter. And I'm going to say instance family parameter. Here I can say outer ring. Outer ring radius. It's not a, it's a dimension, yes. Okay, and I'm going to say okay. Create label. It's a label of 3 mm, and you have to select the place where you want to hold. I'm placing it in the center. Select. I'm going to select the same mark. Same mark, and I'm going to say okay. So this is my, in case if you want to, if you don't want to see this dimension because it's hiding most of the elements, what you can do, you can go to VV annotation category dimensions, you can uncheck. Okay, so and I can see, so this is what my tag. Save this. Annotation tag. Foundation tag. Backup 1. Save. Load into project and close. Orientation of 3D view must be locked before you can add a tag. I don't want to tag it in a 3D. Let's say I am in basement. Okay. Now the family got loaded. I'm going to annotate tag by category. And here in the property, tag by category. Here in the property, I can select any element. So here you can see this is my tag, which I have created. Outer circle we have. If I select this tag, if I go to edit type, okay, so I have the tag. I am supposed to have a control of this radius, circle radius, right? So if I go to edit family, if I select this line, it's visible. I don't know why that's not coming. Okay, select the radius. Here you can see instant parameter. It's an instant parameter. Then why it's not working? If I say 10, okay, it should be 10. Okay, load into project. Yes. If I select, I am supposed to have a control of this radius, but I cannot see anything here. Okay, if you can't see this here, this is a tag. You can go to project families. It's an annotation symbol here, foundation tag, right? It's a foundation tag. So this is my tag. Select, right click, edit. You can edit the family. Otherwise, select, right click. You can duplicate, or you can see type properties, where I can see my instant property. I am supposed to have the control, right? I am unable to select. If I select the tag, instant parameter I'm supposed to see, but I'm unable to see here. Can we make it as type parameter? That's better. Go to edit family. Here, select the dimension, edit, make it as type parameter, family parameter, common dimension. Okay. Okay. Load into project, save. Override the existing version. Select, go to edit type. I can see the radius ring. Okay, in the instant parameter it's not working. In type parameter I can see and I can have the control. Really, if I go to family type and the foundation tag, right click, edit type. Here also I can change. If I say 4, okay, you can see it is updating here. So in Revit, in case if sometimes if it is not working, you change the way you work. Okay, instant parameter is not working for the tag. That's why I'm selecting type parameter. Understood our concept? 2D tag, 3D tag. The reference plane, the equality constraint, adding a dimension and making it as label, making a type parameter, instant parameter. That's what you should understand. Okay. Any questions? Any questions?
So we can make it manual also. To be tag.
Tag we can make it manually. For in case if it's an AutoCAD, what do we do? We used to type DL and we put a circle. Okay, and this circle is line. And then what do we do? We add a text annotation, add a text. Say F1. And what we have to do? Then we have to make it as a block. Select, make it as a group. Okay, group 1. Okay, wherever I need, I should copy. Let's copy. Okay, now you can see here this number. When the foundation is changing, this is not going to change. Okay, So the draftman supposed to edit the geometry also and the annotation also, right? So that is why in Revit we are having an parametric, okay, parametric, that a tag can read the actual model. When the model is changing, the tag also will change. So we are adding an information for this dimension. Let's say properties, let's say F2. You can see it is adding. If I select here and if I change the different type, okay, and I'm going to change the mark. So for now it is reading the mark. In case if it is reading the type mark, I'm going to edit family. Okay, I'm going to select the label, edit type. Let's say it's reading a type mark. What am I going to say? Go to edit type. Here I'm going to read F1 and I have a different type. I'm going to edit type. Here I can add F2. So now you can see if I change this type to some other, then my value also changing. It is auto reading. It has to read. So this is how we are trying to minimize our human error. We are trying to automate things. Of course, every engineer is smart. Okay, every engineer, architects are smart, but they don't have time to check their own mistakes. That's why we are using software. Okay, so 2D also you can do. Of course, the drawing is drawing, right? 3D is 3D. The information how you are handling that matters. Okay, so in case if I say F2, so here I'm going to write SS. Okay, and I'm going to say save yes. Here you can see this is actually 2400. If I make this as 2400, so tag is not added. If I add a tag here, this will read the same. Yeah, these things we are doing to just to automate. In 3D annotation, if you want to put an annotation, here, the rule is you have to lock the screen. Here we have a lock orientation and a lock view. After locking, so we have to give a name and you're going to lock. I'm giving a name and I'm locking. So after locking, you cannot rotate. Okay. And now annotate, tag the category, and you can see you can add a tag. Annotation, tag the category, select and place the tag. Dimension. The vertical dimension does not work. See, only horizontal is working. Whatever is possible, you do it. With the 3D, what you can do? So do you know that you can have multiple views? For example, I have this 3D view. Okay. In case to create a sheet, okay, let's say basement. Right click, duplicate, just duplicate. And here, so here we have already placed one view. I can place another view also on the same plane. So this is my plane. I should draw left. One view I can show only column. The another view I can show only the wall. One view I can refer the top level wall. One view I can refer the basement column. That's how you can keep the floors and overlay, and you can check. In case if you have a 3D, where is our 3D? This is our 3D view, duplicate view. So this is my 3D view. So I'm trying to tell my site team this is how it is coming. Only basement I have to keep it visible. To draw these things manually, it takes time. Okay, and to take one section, every time you need to project, every time you are making so many calculations in your brain. Actually, the draftman is so smart to make all these drawings. Okay, so now the draftman doesn't have that time. So what we have a section box and make a section box. Usually for a difficult project, we will be giving a 2D plan also and 3D also. 3D we used to just place it here. It will be of small scale, but you can read how many columns is there. You can read all the information. Okay. What was the question? Why are we doing it this way, right? Any questions? And I know you have created multiple views. You have created multiple views. For example, for the basement level itself, you will be creating one structural plan, floor plan, and in the structural plan, you will be having excavation plan, right? Excavation plan. You will be doing it here itself. So while changing one drawing, one level, then you will be searching for the view, right? Searching for the view. So instead of searching for the view, what you can do, you can follow some naming order. You can follow some naming order and you can say that drawing name or drawing type and the level name and sheet number. Then it is easy. And you can have a check, okay, drawing type foundation. For example, if I select rename, I'm going to say foundation. And I'm going to give space. And I'm going to say okay. I cannot have that. Okay. So I can have, but it has changed the level. So that's what the message. Okay. So instead of searching, you can use here, you can type foundation. Or you can type drawing number and it will highlight. Okay. In case if you want to keep all this view arranged, what you have to do, you have to create another parameter to have a folder kind. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to manage project parameter, add a parameter, project parameter cannot be scheduled, that's fine. Or in case if you want to keep it scheduled, you can do that, keep it scheduled. Okay, select, I'm going to add new parameter, say folder name, okay, common, it's a text, and I'm going to say okay, Okay, folder name. Folder name, it's a text. And instant value or aligned per group type, no, group instance. And I'm going to assign this parameter to views only, or you can assign this to views and sheets. Views and sheets. Okay, views and sheets. And I'm going to say okay. So now this view, okay, in case if you select a basement one, in the bottom you can see folder name, right? We have created, that's coming in the text. Okay, folder name. Okay, so every view I can prepare one folder. Let's say floor plan. Floor plan drawings. So whichever view I create for floor plan drawings, then I can put it in the floor plan. For example, I'm going to select 2-3 sheets and I'm going to say floor plan drawings. Okay, to sort these things, right click, browser organization, here uncheck, create a new type, folder name, sorting and grouping. First we have to sort by family and type, right? First this is sorting by discipline, second by folder name, and I'm going to say okay. Here you can see by discipline architecture. Here you can see folder name. In the coordination, here you can see floor plan drawings. Browser organization you can change. Okay, so next time when I am searching for the drawing, I don't have to search everything. I can just go to floor plan drawings, and here in the 3 drawings it should be one, and I can search here. I can double click and I can search. Sometimes we used to have 30 drawings. In the 30 drawings, every drawing, let's say 4 views are placed. So that means 120 view I have. In the 120 view, if I want to search one particular view, so it is very difficult. And we have multiple ways to find a view in the sheet. So every view, whenever it is added, so you are having this view listed here. You can double click here also to go to the view. Okay, if you double click here, you can see it is highlighted now, and you are opening the view. But it is very difficult sometimes to make a, for example, if you duplicate this view. Okay, now it is of some name, and I have to categorize, assign, and keep it in some topic. Then I should find a way. So that is why I'm using another parameter called folder name. If I say select, and if I give a folder name, so this is coming for, so this is coming in the schedule. For schedule, we don't have that folder name. So what I can do now, I can edit the same parameter and assign schedule also. Go to manage project parameter. This is my folder name, modify, and here you can select schedule also. Check out schedule. I can't have schedule. I can't have schedule. Then I should find another way. Okay, even I want to categorize these things also, but I am unable to do it. Then what should I do? Right click, and here rename. When you have a schedule, you put the sheet name first, 001. Okay, and then name. Let's put a name, and here you can find sheet number and name. So that's why we use naming convention. Naming convention actually a very important concept, important standard in a working environment. Understood? Any doubts? You can try. So for the assignment project, you are having multiple sheets. So you can add view folder and put a name, architecture floor plan. You try sorting your own views. This browser you can modify. Browser organization, go to edit, filtering by grouping by filtering. If you set filter, some views so you can hide. For example, I don't want to see any architectural plan. That time what I can do, I can sort by discipline not equal to architecture, and I'm going to say okay. You can see architecture, I can't see. Right click, browser organization, I don't want to see any coordination view. Okay, you can go to edit type, filter. So that's a discipline. Again, discipline not equal to coordination. Okay, I can't see those views. So every that architecture template, structure template, construction template, they have these browser organization and other view settings only. Okay. For example, if I open a new project, let's take one mechanical template. What is different in that mechanical template? Right click, browser organization. So here everything is same. I can see that everything is same. So this is not having anything different, I can say. Okay, so in companies, you can see system browser. Here I don't see any changes. Okay, project, construction template, mechanical template. Let's say structural template, and if I say okay, it's the same thing. I think somebody has taken the same file and they have just renamed. Okay, by default, you won't see the floor plan in a structural. And you will see the structural plan here, only floor plan is visible and structural plan is hidden here. Okay, understood. The difference between every template is only the browser organization. Any doubts? And I want to see all your assignments. Have you given anybody mailed? Can we just check only one file at least? We have so much time. We have 1 hour. 1 hour we can discuss, and we can just check. I'll be telling you many ideas.
So I did architecture plan and I take and means import it to structure. So again, like drawn grids and all. So there, putting some comments I place, then I stuck. So can I send you that?
Yeah, you can send. And I want to show you the copy method. Okay, file, close. So here I have a, let's say, view close hidden WT. I have two projects open. Okay, let's close this file. Okay, it's my new project. It's my new project. I don't have anything here. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to link, right click, new link, and I'm going to link my structural file here. Center model, select origin to origin. I'm going to link. If you go to level 1, you can see that some grids are there. Some grids are there from the link. Okay. If I can see this grid, first what you have to do, you have to align your go to structure. There should be a one level should be present. Okay, so from here to here, is it 1600? Yes, then the level is correct. So here I can see in the link, it is still here. So if I go to level 2, I can see all the grid. For example, usually structure, they follow architecture. They just copy the architecture grid. So that time they link the architecture model, and from here they can copy. So how they can copy? If you go to collaborate, and here you will be finding copy and monitor, and select the link, and I have selected the link. So I'm saying copy, select. You can see another grid got select created. You can see, and I'm going to finish. Okay, so here you can see this is my own grid. Can you see the difference? I can move also. Okay, this is my own grid. I can move. How did I do? I'm going to collaborate, copy and monitor, select the link, select the link. Here I can copy. You can select monitor also. So here I'm selecting copy, select the link, and now this is copied. This symbol is showing it is monitor. Select, select. So all the grid you can just do it like this way. Select multiple. Okay, finish. So you can see that these grids are created in the current file. I'm going to VV link. I'm unchecking the link. These grids are now created. You can copy wall also, 3D also. For example, now the link model is not visible here. Go to VV, Revit links, select by host view. You can customize, and you can see okay. Here architecture, if you keep it coordination, this is supposed to show, but it's not showing. Where is my VV Revit link by host? Project name central structure. But I'm supposed to see my drawing, right? Let's open, let's check. Structural center, if I say open, all right. So this is my project. Go to view, 3D view. I can't see anything here. Something happened to my center. Save, relinquish. File, close. No. Project sample admin. Project name center. Open and check. This is my center model. Is it? Something happened to my center model. I think in the middle I deleted all the elements. I don't. Go to view, 3D view. I don't have anything else. I think I got deleted. If you don't want to delete, what you have to do, you have to link all these things. File, close. Do not save the project. This sample. If you open, let's say this is my center model. I'm going to link this view. And if I go to collaborate, and this is not a center file, that's okay. I'm going to close. So I'm going to this one. copied. So I'm going to link. You can select right click, new link. Project sample. Here you can see all my model. If you want to copy, you can copy from here also. How you can copy? If you are giving a tab, you can select the model, and you can use copy to clipboard and align to same place. Align to view, I have selected. So if you can see, if I hide that link, you can see this is my current model. So you don't have to draw the same wall 2 times. If you draw 1 time, it's enough. And sometimes what will happen in architecture itself, they will be modeling the column. So for structure, you don't have to model the same column again. You can copy from architecture and change the column type usually. Right? For example, VV. So here, let's say this is my architecture model, and the architecture model have this information. So what I can do? I can simply tag and select. Okay, and I can copy and align to same place. You can see it is copied. Go to VV. If I hide, you can see these columns are there now in the same place. And the structure and architecture, what could be the difference? In case if they are modeling with the architecture column, then you have to create your structural column. In case if they are using a structural column for the same architecture model, then it is easy. Mostly architects, they think some column size and they put structurals. They have to change the column type. So here you can select, change the column type and change it. Floor also you can copy. Usually you get every elements from architecture model. No problem. Okay. Beams only you have to beam. Mostly beam foundation. Beam and foundation you have to do. In case of truss, you have to do. Otherwise, you can copy from architecture. Copy to clipboard. Okay. So we have our model, and I want to bring this model. So now it is a link. I want to bring this model inside. So what I can do? Bind link. Attach levels. That's okay. Select everything and say okay. And remove link. And you can see it's a group. Okay, you can ungroup. And you can see every element. Now it is just copied from link. Now it's not a link. It's inside the project. Sometimes what will happen, so the model will be very big. Okay, so you have to divide the model. So sometimes you will be having from basement to first floor in one model, and other floors you want it in another model. So that time you can select the particular element and you can save it as link. Now these are selected. You have to keep it as a group. Okay. Once it is a group, you can make it as link. For example, I'm going to save this, all the selected element as a separate local file. Okay. Let's say same as group. Now I'm going to say project. Include attached details. Okay. So now you can see this is opening the project, and you can see now these are linked. That group I have just saved it outside. This is my current model. This is my link. Okay. So in case if you have these two as a group, you can edit group. You can add elements. You can make these four as separate link. Okay, that's all. Okay, sometimes what will happen, I want all the link model to be gray. I want the current model to be dark. Visibility graphics, Revit links, I can say underlay, half tone, and if you say okay, you can see this is gray and this is dark. Visibility graphics also you should learn. Go to link, and here you can see by host. You can customize. You can customize here. Structural column. Let's say structural column. Give a different color. See? So you can play with the color, visibility graphics. You can play with the link. Please complete your assignment. Once you have your assignment, then we can discuss about it. Don't worry about reinforcement. Usually we don't do. To add reinforcement information, we have other method. Okay, I will teach you later. Other than that, it's a 3D drawing method. That's it. We are making the geometry in 3D, and we can take the section. Actually, to take a section only we are modeling. Okay, so otherwise we can use AutoCAD itself. If you take a section, right click, go to view. So this is just getting generated from 3-click. Okay, so for that only we are spending so much time in making it as 3D. To draw these things, a craftsman need at least 4 hours. Because it is not just a drawing, he has to refer the plan and he has to project in mind, it's processing the mind, and then he's drawing. So after drawing, he has to label and he has to check, verify. So much time it requires. Correct. Any doubts? No, if you don't have any doubt, you can go for lab. Have you created your assignment? Group, okay. I will check. Doubt, I will go. We can discuss. You can go to lab.
Actually, for all architecture, we unified architecture and all that. We need to maintain a box. Later, I need to link these two files.
Structural consolidation is the
You can place. have a level open. Yeah, point. Architecture, an architecture column. And I'm going to place. In the same place, I need structure column. Structure, I'm going to take column. Here, add to column, we are selecting. And we are selecting the column and finish. It's not visible, but it is created. Here you can see structural column. Sometimes what will happen, the level, it is going down. So I have to change the level here. Level to 0. So before placing also I could have checked. Go to structure, column, add to column. Here you have to check which level you are going to place. Then if you select, it will come in the right place. See here, it is going down again. So what should I do? I should select level 2. Then the location is correct and finish. So before you model every time, you check one column and then place other columns. It is working now, right? It will work.